Hello and welcome to Drakenmemoria. For those of you wondering what this is, well, this is Dungeons & Dragon, or more specifically, a group of people playing Dungeons & Dragon. Well, technically tonight a picture and 4 people playing Dungeons & Dragon. So if this is not something you want to watch, well, too bad, we started. And anyway, we're not going to change. So, there's probably suggestions somewhere on your screen, either to the right or to the left. Pick one. For everyone else who actually...
Can't change me, Dad.
For everyone else who actually wants to be here, because they enjoy Dungeons & Dragons, because they enjoy watching us, because they enjoy watching one of us, because they don't know what to do, and Dungeons & Dragons is Dungeons & Dragons, and why not? Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us. We hope you're going to have a very pleasant evening. If you're part of the channel that rated us last week, although I think they're currently playing, so, you know. But if you're there because you're part of those who rated us, welcome! It's a pleasure to see you again. And that's about everything we have to say for publicity. If you like the sound of the crackling fire, ambient mixer. The information is below the window. It's a place where you can make your own ambiance for streaming in general. Doesn't need to be RPG. You could make a nice little stream in the background and have yourself a pleasant meditation stream if you want. You only have to pay when you download it, but you can create it, browse through what other people have created, and use it as long as it's just an ambiance.
Also brought to you by that stubborn hangnail. No matter how much you rip us off, we keep coming back.
Well, I have one of those on my foot. Yes, it's annoying.
I'm going wrong.
Brings a lot of bad memories. That and ingrown toenails. Alright, so, with that pleasant image in your mind, as you can see, Jorg is missing tonight. That's because he is currently on a plane right now. So there's not a lot he can do to be with us. Let's wish him a good flight and a good landing. And a good flight back home and a good landing home. Because I don't want to have to look for another player again. I mean, he's such a nice person and such a good friend. I'd hate for something to happen to him. What?
But just in case, if anybody's looking for a campaign... No, come on.
Both can be true. Alright, so... Now that all the jokes have been made, for now, let's see. Let's get this started. And we are... Introduction. Here we go. Last episode. So, the party entered the city of Karath'ner and did its best to gather some information about the caravan they were trying to intercept in order to offer their protection. Well, that was the plan anyway. Unfortunately...
Well, they might have also thought we were going to give them protection.
Yes, and that's exactly where I was going with this. Unfortunately, audience, alright, through no fault of his own, except a very bad roll, nearly got the party in jail. And there might be a wanted poster somewhere in the city now.
Wait, did he finally fail a charisma saving throw?
Oh, did he? It was a natural 1.
Jeez.
So people were thinking that this group wanted to attack the caravan or offer its protection for a price. Well, fortunately, the group had enough insight to get out of town, well, city, before the guard caught them, and try their luck on the road, trying to intercept the caravan as it was coming. Fortunately for our audience, a bad roll often come with a good roll, and he got a natural 20. So the person he was interrogating got a natural 20 to be exact, and so good information was given, and the party was able to intercept the caravan. After a few hours of traveling with them, they were all intercepted, and a rather large fight ensued. Well, large. It lasted 18 seconds. But it made half of the party very nervous for their hit points. And Tobiashi had the best night of his life. He had never hit so many times and dealt so many damage in a single fight. No, I'm not gonna roll for you for now on.
Oh, come on. Can I just like act out my character?
And so, as you can see, they survived the fight and now are all stuck in a single cart, mixed in with injured party members from the caravan escorting this treasure. Some walking beside the caravan because they're still carrying a little bit of trauma from area effect attacks, and the horse survived. Barely. But time kept on going. Everything seemed to be going smoothly. Now that the higher level guards of the caravan were brought back from their banishment, now the general level of the party is a bit high for normal thieves.
So what you're saying is that by the death of the cannon fodder, the average level of the whole group went up.
Yeah. Which means now you're high level enough to attack a dragon. No, I mean...
I guess while we're traveling, I will regrow out my silks around both my wrists. And just meditate while I'm waiting.
Yes.
Unless somebody starts talking to me.
Well, Tobiashi probably has a lot to meditate. You were brought within 1 point of a single digit.
Yeah, I saw that. It was kind of scary for me. I was like, oh, am I going to die while I'm not there?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be horrible.
Well, I thought about it. So
Remy saved my life.
And you got even with the rogue who did a large portion of damage. So, all is well that ends well. Jorg seemed to be traumatized also. He was shocked to death.
He was struck. He was, like they say that lightning never strikes twice in the same place, but obviously.
Well, technically it wasn't the same place, but it was the same target. So he probably just asked for the bolt of silk that comes from the wilderness shard, and now he's wrapped himself around it and is walking beside the cart. Needs some reassurance. And everything seems to be going smoothly. With this powerful of a presence, like I said, you don't attract a lot of low-level enemies. You only attract high-level enemies. Which means roll for initiative. No.
All right, let's do this. I'm here this time.
Well, I did create a new monster during the week, but it's not for today. No, today you're only gonna get normal monsters. So,
Wait.
you slowly make your way to the next town, which is Dowdane.
Oh, question.
Yes.
How long does it take to get there?
The fight occurred maybe an hour before reaching the town, so right now you are all feeling a little bit exhausted as you've been traveling throughout the night. I believe everyone except Jorg and Fisher were attempting to try to at least have a short rest before you arrive.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
To
do.
the town?
Can you use you could use hit dice for that, right? Like the healing dice.
Yes, you can use up to
Short rest.
half your hit dice pool during a short rest.
All right. For some reason, it's not showing me my hit dice pool. On D&D Beyond, what is my hit dice thing again?
It's your level.
For monks?
Your general level.
So you have,
Oh no, I mean the dice.
Your
I have to
available
roll.
hit dice. Your available hit dice is located like in the spot where it says short rest. If you click that,
All right. I'll find it. Don't worry, I got it. I'll tell you when I heal.
Okay.
I would also like to take a short rest, if
Yeah, sure.
I can. Okay.
It's gonna be cramped inside of there, but yeah, sure, you can. Of course, Remy, you also notice that you're carrying a little handkerchief that's drawing the attention of a rogue from the enemy party, from the friendly party with you. He seemed to be very keen on watching this handkerchief, and contrary to a lot of people that it would make uncomfortable, it actually seems to be putting him at ease. And instead of looking at you with a creepy grin, he just looks at the handkerchief and has a more joyful grin. Time to time, he just looks at you and
Audience is actually gonna go find Remy afterwards, and he's gonna go find Remy. He's gonna be like, "Well, as we have some time till the next village, unless you're tired and want to rest, I have a bunch of stuff for you. If you want to start identifying."
you just. Well, I mean, like the minute that you just like walk over, just like Raimi stands at attention, like.
All right, and I will hand Remy. Man, I got a lot to hand Remy. I got six potions, a shield, a potentially +1 shield, potentially +1 warhammer, potentially +1 half plate, and also the gems that I got from the auction that had never been identified. And yeah, that's all I have, and I'll hand it all to him.
so
Right. So.
I just took it out of my dimensional storage just before we closed it, and here.
Yeah, I just literally have the armful, just like, and here you go.
The breastplate of the half plate falls on the wounded body of one of the guard, and you. Ah!
Yeah, can you hold this for me, buddy? Just set it down on him real quick. Just there we go.
Right. So I heard potions, half plate, warhammer, shield, gems, Did I skip one?
No, I think. Let's see. Warhammer,
A half plate,
half
a
plate,
shield, a warhammer, a bunch of potions.
6 potions, and 5 gems.
And I forgot a pouch that seems to be filled with salt.
Salt, more salt. Let's go.
I'll just give that to Toby.
Let's go.
Preemptive. Make sure he doesn't find some in the
Yeah.
next town we go to.
Yeah, I won't even give that to Remy to identify. He could just take the salt.
Felt like it had been a
But,
while since I gave you any salt, so.
It's good. We need salt. I think we have a couple pounds of salt now.
Yeah, and just judging by the weight, you're just feeling it out, and feels like about a pound.
Okay.
It's a very coarse
pound of
salt.
salt. Like sea salt?
Yeah, well, Middle Ages, that's the only salt you have.
Okay. I gotta get some of that pink Himalayan salt. Where's the Himalayas at in this realm?
I mean, we're
Visit the
going to
Himalayas.
we're actually going to high mountains. We might be close to it. Maybe the monastery up there will have some pink salt for you.
Yeah, we gotta get that pink salt.
So that mountain salt.
Well, yeah, it's actually something that I never thought about. Where is the highest mountain in the Shattered Continent? Interesting. I'll have to think about it. But since there's no way you're gonna get there unless you find a wish, I don't have to think about it tonight.
There we go. I found it finally. Alright. Wait, I could either use fighter dice or bunk dice. Okay. I got this.
Fighter dice will give you a D10 plus your constitution. Monk will give you a D8 plus your constitution. Alright, so Remy has this pile of stuff. Tobiyashi just inherited roughly a pound of coarse salt. And the rest of the objects, who got the wizard object, who got the rogue object, it's all ready.
I have them all listed on my
Okay.
phone just in case. So I do
I've been
have
looking.
everything on here that needs to be identified.
I think Fisher took the wizard object.
Yes,
'cause
and
he
I've
was
been
next to the
looking
wizard.
for where I wrote that down for the past.
Well, since
minutes.
it's
Found-
since technically it's been 5 minutes, you have 4 potions, a ring, a staff, a robe, a scroll case with 5 scroll.
Ring, staff, robe, potions, scrolls.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Alright, we're close.
All right.
I rolled a 1 for my
Or if you
fighter
want the really
dice.
fancy robes.
I mean, I wear metal robes. What is this cloth?
This is
It's like just a metal mesh.
no, not even.
No, that's called chainmail.
Yeah.
Or mithril mill. All right. So, Remy, you have roughly an hour. What do you do in that hour?
All right, so taking care of the stuff that like might not even require a spell cast. The 6 potions I was handed. Do any of them look like familiar potions? Like, do they have the red color?
Yes, actually. 3 of the potion in the priest satchel do look like healing potions. They have very bright color, so most likely higher than standard healing.
Does it look like a similar color to a grater? Because I actually have one in my inventory to compare.
I believe 2 of them look a little brighter.
Oh, brighter than even that?
Yes,
Ooh.
2 of them in the pre-satchel look like they are of a more intense, more vibrant color, and 1 of them in the wizard potion satchel.
Damn, these guys were loaded.
Oh, so 2 of the potions like in the
In total, you have 10 potions, and 3 of them have a more vibrant color than the one that you have, and 1 of them is roughly the same.
Okay.
If you're looking at all of the potions, hold on. There are a few descriptions. I didn't learn them by heart, but so one of them is a blue potion that bubbles and steam as if boiling.
Taste.
If you taste it, you start living the effect.
Like even just a little tiny sip,
Great
not
soda.
even the whole thing.
Well, if you taste enough of it so that you know what it is, it's considered a dose.
Alright, we'll just say it's blue Fanta and we'll leave.
Another potion, and that one is probably slightly unsettling. It has an eyeball floating in this yellowish liquid.
Should take another potion, God. And
I believe this one doesn't have a description. They don't give description for every type of potions, unfortunately. No, this one doesn't have one. So I'd say it's
make it up.
of a faint green color. The next one is... Come on. You know you want to. This potion is an orange liquid that flickers and smoke fills the top of the container.
Wait, you said orange?
Yes, orange.
Napalm.
Orange Fanta.
The next one...
Either that or Cactus Cooler.
The next one has also a red-orange color, faint. And the last one is...
Red Hot Mountain Dew. How many potions did we get?
10 in total.
Oh,
the
you
last
guys were
one...
loaded.
Holy fuck.
The last one
Oh my god.
has a... Oh. It looks thick inside, and the liquid looks like liquefied iron. It's a bit syrupy when you slush it around.
I think we should give that one to Fisher. I don't want to drink that.
And those are the 10 potions that you have. And the information that this gives you with a visual
Uh-huh.
evaluation.
All
Okay,
right,
you
so
say.
I think I think for now we'll just focus on properly identifying the ones that we suspect to be magical. So I'll really only have, like, within the span of an hour, 5 times for an identify.
Okay.
So we might as well try to keep this as concentrated as possible. The half plate.
Okay. Takes a little while. It's not easy doing this with the cart rocking a little bit and one of the injured person snoring and the guy staring at you in front with a weird grin. But so you do take a few minutes of having to refocus yourself at one point, but all in all, the half plate is a simple half plate plus 1.
And we'll do the same for the Warhammer.
The Warhammer, probably to audiences dismay, is a simple plus 1 Warhammer. Like all magical weapon, it emits a small amount of light.
Now, the one that he might be more excited about, the shield.
The shield actually does give a result that is a bit more interesting. It is something that I built myself, so it is not something that everyone would know, and I will give this to you privately because I really want to know how you're going to explain those things to audience. This one is probably it's still going to be a challenge explaining it, but it's not extremely out there.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I was planning on making them in D&D Beyond, but we had a power out.
I guess when Raimi is holding the shield, looks over at audience, and minor illusions a skeleton.
Okay, audience will roll a.
If you lose the shield, you die.
I guess an intelligence. That'd just be intelligence.
Yeah, figuring things out. Although I'd probably be able to, I'd probably accept giving you investigation because technically investigation is all that is puzzles.
That is still uses intelligence. Does not make a difference.
Just in case you have a bonus.
That is a 7. Oh, but I look at Remy kind of confused and be like, Remy, I don't know what a skeleton... I mean, is it a shield of undead? Does it protect against undead? Does it hurt undead? There's a lot of stuff I can do with skeletons.
Raimi holds up 2 talons, but then minor illusions, kind of like a man like doing a bicep. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Makes you strong against undead?
Points to the shield.
The shield increases your strength and is good against undead.
Shakes his head. and points to the scales, the hardened scales on your body.
The shield makes my scales harder or stronger. It improves my AC. The shields, all shoes improve my AC. That's meta. I would say that. It's, I don't know. I don't know.
So close.
I don't know.
Yet
Does
so
it
far.
maybe protect you better against undead?
Rainy nods and points at Fisher.
It protects me better against undead. Okay. That's cool. I'm geared for the undead fight. I got my mace and I got my shield.
So since
Undeads aren't doing good.
since it's close enough, it's a +1 shield, but if you're facing an undead, it gives you +2 instead against undead melee attack rolls.
Okay. +2 against undead. Okay. I'll wait for
Right,
you
I'll
to
take-
make it, I guess, in D&D Beyond.
That's
cool.
I have one question. Did you make the mask in D&D Beyond?
I don't remember. That's a very good
Because
question.
I found the helm of comprehend languages.
No, that's not me. I would have
Okay,
called it
okay.
a mask.
Okay, yeah. Then no, then it's not.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just wondering. Come in.
All right. So that's 3.
All right.
Alright, I
And
guess I'll
I'll
go. I'll go take those back from Remy after he does.
Oh yeah, yeah, like I'm striking them from my inventory as I'm identifying them, so I hope that you're putting them in your inventory.
I am. I also don't think there's enough room in the cart for me just to leave them there, since we have a lot of wounded in there.
It also just makes it a lot easier to manage this list of things.
Yeah.
And then he'll actually use up 10 minutes because he's staring at these gems. And I think he's going to use up 10 of those minutes to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
So on the 5 gems I gave. Okay,
Yeah, that way I could just stare at them.
fair enough.
All right. So cast Detect Magic, and you stare at everything in front of you. Well, everything you took from the enemies, since that is also in front of you, is radiating magic. When you look at audiences' gem, they all look pretty normal, except one.
Okay, that saves time.
That looked pretty normal.
When you look at it, it's a gem that is small. It looks like a quartz, except it's completely clear. Technically good enough to make crystal out of it. It's small enough that if you put it in the palm of your hand and closes your hand covers it completely.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, I would ask, like, does it just appear to be magical, or does it, like, have a school attached to it?
Ooh, no, it could have a school attached to it. Here we go. Conjuration.
Ah. The player has their own suspicions, but he will. But since I don't think Remy would know precisely, he would use Identify on that particular gem.
Okay. And that is a much larger description. And I am going to give it to you through Discord because good luck explaining that to audience. Because you say that you have suspicion on what it is. You don't. I made it up.
I mean, the type of thing it could be just
Okay.
based on the school, but we'll find out.
So, the thing that you learn immediately that I don't mind saying out loud, it's called a Gem of Worlds.
That's a fancy name.
Yes. And I'll have to send it in 3-step because it's too big for a single description.
Okay.
I don't have Discord Nitro.
Why do I feel like this is definitely the most valuable thing the gnomes gave us just purely by accident?
Oh, it is definitely extremely valuable. You'd be able to get a very good price selling it, but I'm not sure you'll
wonder
want
what-
to sell it.
Let's
I wonder
go
what happens if
gnomes.
you eat it.
I don't know what it does yet, Toby.
It'll perforate your stomach.
You just grow a little world inside your stomach.
Summon worlds and beings inside of you. Or that absorb their power.
This gives you really bad gas.
It makes a lot more Terrys. Don't need more though.
Got like an army of Terrys now.
Release the worms. No.
And the worst is their battle cry. So audience, you see Remy concentrating on this gem, and then suddenly his eyes go wide, and it feels like his mind is being bombarded by information. Magic weaving itself, swirling in his mind, trying to understand how this all congeals into something.
Yeah. Audience isn't even gonna try. Audience is gonna go up to and be like, "Hey, does anyone have a piece of paper?" Because you see Remy's eyes go wide. He's like, "Anything that's making Remy's mind hurt is not for me to try and like hear from Remy."
I mean, if you're wanting him to spell it out for you, you can have a similar
Am I?
luck. There's a reason we haven't just handed Raimi a chalkboard.
Paper. I mean, I know, but yeah. No, I guess it wouldn't be better. Sigh.
Okay.
So of course, Remy, you can easily understand that it is a gem that is very prized by wizard and priest, each for their own devices.
I'm just gonna look at Remy like. So what? So what is it?
Raimi's just going to debate for a moment to see if he wants to try. He'll at least try.
Okay.
So he's going to point to the gem. And then
Right now,
that
the
art
gem
piece
is empty.
doesn't exist.
Because of the identify spell, you know that the gem is empty. It is a complete blank slate right now.
Mm-hmm. Raimi is going to minor illusion an image of a man painting on a canvas.
Okay. It's a gem of creation.
He's gonna make the so-so motion.
Okay. I guess let's see how my intelligence is doing for this roll, and then we'll see how us audience is going to. Investigation. Oh,
Could
baby. All right, that's a
also
0.
Do
I'm
one.
not even gonna try. Audience, I'm not even gonna ask a question now. I'm a 0. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, it's shiny. I got nothing for you. Audience got a 0. Mind is blank. Mine is very blank.
Then I guess Raimi would minor illusion a very familiar looking crystal.
What's the familiar looking crystal?
Like your the
the
entrance to
dimensional
your
space. Okay, the dimensional
your dimensional space.
Oh,
But
okay.
then he's going to kind of change the image he made before and change it into like the image of a dollhouse.
So it's like my dimensional space, but you can put people in it?
He puts up the so-so motion. And then he points to his head.
You can put thoughts in it.
Wait, can I try?
So.
Of course, you
Is
can
it-
try and figure this out. You're awake. So.
Okay, so is it a gem where you could make your own thoughts into a house and put people in it?
He continues with the so-so motion. And then probably the biggest wrinkle is he's then going to minor illusion the I guess the best point of reference he really has is the one. Oh, that's right. He was the only one who actually saw that because he had detect magic on. God damn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
A blessing and a curse.
All right. Remy, I'm just going to look at Remy. I'll be like, Remy, why don't you hold on to that gem for now, and we'll figure out... We'll figure it out later.
Hey, a French friend
Raimi.
just wished us a happy national holiday because it's Friday. It's the Quebec national holiday. So,
Huh?
merci Luc.
What holiday?
Bonne Saint-Jean toi aussi. It's our national holiday. It's a Saint John holiday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And here I thought it was the day of the revolution.
It's the day after the solstice, but I don't know if that
It's
matters.
24. It's the 24th. So 2 days, 3 days.
Okay.
But I guess in
When the
which
new
case
episode of The
Raimi
Boys
would
comes out.
I guess Raimi would still like hand over the other 4 gems since they are
Okay.
part of audience's horde.
What are these gems? Are these just normal? They're just normal
Raimi.
gems, right?
Raimi nods.
Okay. Do I know like what types they are? Since I have one of every type in my, or are they just random?
No, these one are. It's just a group of assorted gem. None of them are one that you'd want, and with Remy's previous contact with gems, you'd probably be able to tell you that they're probably between 50 and 75 gold each.
Okay, so we'll just sell those. Got it. Okay.
Sell them to get a better gem.
Got it.
Well, I mean, you don't have to sell them because like they essentially hold value if you need to buy things.
Sure.
Dragons
Lighter
like
than gold.
gems.
But then it makes it harder for me to hold in my inventory than just adding a money value. But yes. What is
It
look?
says somebody who doesn't have an entire part of their inventory notes dedicated toward the types of gems that he owns.
Oh no, I do. It's just
No, I mean, I've been doing that this whole time. Like, there's a surprising amount of my gold value that's in gems. But, and I guess of the 6 potions that you handed to him, he's going to at least put out the 3, or actually, Fisher, did you hold on to the potions from the wizard, or did you throw them in the pile?
If I saw you were looking at potions, I would have given you the potions.
All right. In which case, he would take
Coming.
3. Oh. Sorry, I thought I heard someone about to speak.
No, Toby.
No,
left.
Tobiyashi heard the doorbell, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In which case, Raimi would group 3 of them together, and then group 1 separate from those.
Okay. Yeah. Well, all right. Audience
And
would
then
recognize.
Raimi's going to minor illusion a medicine kit.
No, you don't need to. Audience would recognize healing potions. Has had both healing and greater healing potions in his inventory before.
So,
Well, then I think
who
the-
needs potions?
I gave my greater healing potion to somebody. think it was
Tobiyashi, I
Toby.
believe.
So actually, I have no potions right now.
I also don't have any potions.
All right. Well, I will take.
So from the look of it, you have 3 superior healing potion and 1 greater healing potion.
3 superior? Alright, well, each of us should take a superior, because that's good. Or Jorg. I guess we could give Jorg the greater? I don't. We could figure that out.
If it helps at all, I'm double checking my own inventory because I haven't had to use these yet. But Raimi is holding on to 3 potions of greater healing and 3 regular potions.
Oh, okay, you go. Yeah, because I think I've been giving all my healing potions I got out. I haven't wanted.
Well, yeah, you
Because
gave,
you've been counting on the fact that Raimi would heal you first in an emergency.
you gave your first healing potion back to Tobiyashi, who gave you a healing potion, I think, on the very first or second episode.
Yeah, if you guys want to, like, say,
I still have it.
split. If you guys want to split, like, the superiors between the 3 you marshals, well, I guess we're all 4 marshals, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to take
the people who hit
superiors
people
one each, Huh?
in front of them more often than.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
I took
will
one
add-
superior.
I will take 1 superior. Toby, you take a superior.
Let's go. I need it.
and then maybe just holds on to 1 more greater, or do you guys want or do you guys want the greater?
I don't need it. Someone else can have it.
I'll take one.
Okay, then that's all of the healing potions from that selection.
Okay. And then, yeah, you're still identifying the other ones, so.
Remy, quick question.
Or actually, Toby, you take the greater.
Where is your backpack while
Okay.
you're doing this?
I
Remy?
don't like that question.
You just laugh?
don't-
Shut up. What do you mean?
I don't like this question. I don't like this line of questioning. Please pick a different line.
But I would say that generally speaking, mostly because Raimi is also looking at some of the stuff that he collected previously because he didn't have time, it's probably off to his side.
All right, so the
Because like there was some stuff that he got from his night out with Tobiyashi that he hadn't had a chance to look at yet.
okay. So what I want to know is it in your field of view when you do the not identify, but detect magic?
I would say it's probably off to Raimi's left. So whether you consider that in his line of sight is another matter. Basically keeping his right hand open for
Yeah,
using a
no.
pearl.
Oh no, I get it. And No, I just want to know if you can see your backpack while your detect magic is active. At any
Well, you had to grab some potions out of your backpack, didn't you? Or you were just mentioning that you had them in there.
Oh yeah, I guess to like show that I have them, but
Okay.
anyway, just like do what you got to do, Draken.
No,
I know what's happening.
actually, I'm not sure you do. Actually, when you're because you have such a high passive perception, when you turn your head slightly as you're pulling things out and identify, and you notice a flicker of magic coming from your backpack that you didn't notice before. It's coming from it's coming from the little box in which there is a ribbon that you took during the night with Tobiyashi.
That was the box with the crystal in it, or is that a different thing?
No. During the night, one of the object that I have here that you took is a silk roll in a box.
Yeah, silk.
Oh, okay. Because some of the stuff wasn't because this would have been during when we were at the clothes store, or this would have been.
This would have been in the restaurant. You took
Okay,
it from
I guess
someone.
maybe. Okay, I guess I must have mislabeled or I must have mislabeled this part because I at least have it written as box with a transparent yellow crystal with rune.
That is another thing.
Okay, I must have missed I must have missed that when you were describing that one. So there was a
Hands
box
are too
with
sticky. Doesn't even know what's taking us.
okay, so box with a ribbon or
With a silk ribbon rolled up in a sort of a
Spindle.
for gauze for first aid. There's magic coming out of this, and actually quite a powerful one. It would be probably. Wow.
evocation, maybe?
Let's go with.
I'm just making guesses based on spells I know. I have no idea.
I'd say it might be abjuration.
I was gonna say that.
Sure you were.
I was thinking about it.
Totally.
I just didn't want to say it and be wrong, you know. I'm a pro at D&D. Don't worry. I've been playing for 3 years.
And it's actually quite a powerful aura.
He'll
I was actually
You'll
thinking
have to look at that
transmutation,
one. You'll have to look at some of that stuff later because his hour is up. Like I used 10 minutes for detect magic and then 4 identifies. So
That's good. That's good. All right. So, after all of this hand waving, this peering through a pearl, and straining his eyes while everyone is getting a short rest, except him.
well, to be fair, I didn't actually take any damage during that fight, so I didn't need any hit dice.
You're still.
Audience, to be fair, also didn't take a short rest, even though he probably should have.
All right. So, you arrive at this little town. It's still night, but it's gonna be the sun is gonna be up in maybe 2 hours at most. So you're starting to notice those first early signs of the sun that's slowly coming.
Starting to turn a light blue. You could hear the birds chirping.
Yeah, damn birds.
God damn birds! I hear them every morning.
I hear them every night before I go to bed.
You hear a cat in the alleyway fighting each other. Or
No, they're
doing
not
something
fighting.
else,
You hear them,
Yeah.
but they're not fighting.
doing something else. They're doing something.
Yeah. So, as you're arriving to this little village, this little town, sorry, Beth just turns around toward all of you, and, well, everyone seems to be a little tired. Some of you look a little spent. He looks at George when he says this. We could push this all the way to the mountain, but I'm pretty sure some of you will fall asleep before we get to the mountain. So, if you need a little bit of rest, we could rest up at an inn, go back on the road at noon.
I have PTSD from inns in a random town. We might go back in time again.
I'm gonna look around. I would be like, honestly, probably most of us could use at least a little bit of more time to rest and recover. That was a tough fight.
I'm still asleep in the caravan.
While audience says this, you hear,
You fell asleep while you were meditating.
Yeah, I'm sitting there with my legs crossed, just.
I'm also looking around at everyone who's like most of you guys still look at least a little injured. Not everyone, but
you look at those poor guard injured in the cart,
Yeah.
moaning. "Ah," every time there is a very big rock that just jostles the cart a little bit more.
yeah. Yeah, I'd say probably we could all use a little bit more rest. And now Remy can identify more things.
You don't get to sleep.
Yeah,
No.
no rest for the wicked.
No rest.
Hey, look.
Okay.
At
If need
minimum,
be, I can help stand guard with the cart,
I'll stay asleep in the car. I'm not leaving.
or their cart with the thing we're trying to protect.
I'll just look over at Fisher a little bit, wake up slightly. I'll be like, "Wake me up if you need my."
I won't.
Go back to sleep.
Alright, well, Tobiashi just falls asleep. Fisher goes into sentry rest near the cart. You have the rogue of some sort who takes a turn guarding the cart with all of you in it. Tobiashi, you just have enough. You remain conscious just long enough to hear him say, "It's gonna be an interesting night. Good night."
I mean, audience is going to the inn. I don't know about you guys. I don't know why you're all sleeping in the cart. I'm gonna go to the inn.
Because the cart is what we're trying to protect.
Yeah, but we got everyone in the cart. I can go. We can go to the inn. We're in a
Yeah,
town.
but there's a sketchy ass
yeah, you
road
can
guy
go to the
here.
inn. I don't need to sleep.
Alright, audience
Standing
is
in
gonna
a
go.
room in an inn. And
Audience
standing-
is gonna go to the inn, have a nice meal.
Take
relax.
Jordy with you.
Okay, Jorg, come with me.
Okay.
Jorg is the last person who wants to go to it. He always wants to sleep outside.
He's
No.
acting a bit zombie because of the trauma of being zapped twice and then killed.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he wants right now. Okay.
True. Alright, George can come with me. I will go towards the I'll go to the inn and buy a room and some food. So that's 3 silver normally, right?
I think, yeah, I trusted you for your normal, so.
Yeah.
I mean, Amy goes where audience goes, but I think especially after the last city they were in, just in case.
Doesn't want to spend more time with Toby.
And before I do
Another
my
date
century
we're talking
rest,
about?
would I be able to, like, figure out what the scrolls were scrolls of just by, like, looking at them, like an Arcana check or something?
Arcana roll might be able to help you, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna roll to see who else I take on a date.
Thought you were asleep.
Oh, I mean, I'm asleep, but
In his
I'll think
dreams.
this. Yeah, in my dreams. In my dreams.
Never mind.
Oh, it's a weird spell.
I mean, have you used your coin today?
That's what I was just checking. I have not. I will now. That is much, much better. Instead of a natural 1, that's going to be a 23.
Wow. All right, so there are 4 scrolls. Which one do you take?
Uh,
5?
I thought there were 5.
5
5.
scrolls, yeah.
The fanciest looking one.
All right. Well, with 23.
Okay, I figured it out. It's Fisher.
Honestly, I want to hear your theory about what this scroll is, based on 0 information.
So yeah, so 1 was me, 2 was nobody, and then 3 was Remy, 4 was Fisher, 5 was Jorg, and 6 was
Kobe's planning his next date, not
Yeah.
nothing to
Okay.
do with
I
the
thought, like-
scrolls I'm looking at.
I don't know, not
Just like for a
yeah,
second,
this has
just like
nothing to do-
Tobiyashi
this has
peeking over your
nothing to do.
shoulder, like,
Oh, I know what that is.
So
Hey.
the
I could see it.
the 2 schools that you have, it's evocation and
Abjuration.
abjuration. All right. Well, if you take the 5th one, because it's an abjuration spell and because it is within the range of level you can actually learn eventually. you, you look at it without reading it too much, and I'd say you're 90% sure that you're looking at a magic circle scroll.
Coming.
That's a fun one. Could I try and do any others before?
Well, you're basically trying to do the pen and paper version of Identify, so
Yeah.
it's
I saw audience huck a huge pile of stuff on Rami to identify, so I figure I can figure out what these little scrolls do.
all right. You can. It's gonna cost you time. And a roll.
Wait, how long do
for each.
Warforges live?
Sorry?
Live?
I said, how long do they live?
Unknown.
They've got time. He's got time. It doesn't matter.
Until you kill them.
Until they are dead.
Yeah, Fisher's fine. That'll be 18
Okay.
if you wanted another Arcana check.
Yes. On every single one of them, you have to roll. And that's the danger of doing this pen and paper versus using magic. You could fail. All right, so you have 4 other choices.
What she said.
Which is the one that you're gonna take?
Number 4.
Number 4.
I went to roll my D4, but I just dropped it from the peak, so it didn't roll. It just landed.
Oh.
But I guess that works.
Oh. That's why I couldn't find anything. Here it is. Okay. 18, you said. I'd say you're not completely sure. It relates to invisibility. It's either something that makes you invisible or that allows you to see invisible things. But since it's outside of your normal field of expertise, so evocation or abjuration, this is why you're having trouble being sure.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if you take a level of wizard, now that's going to be a different thing. But
He's learning. That's why he's looking at these scrolls, figuring out how this stuff works. I'll just do one more. Ooh. 24.
24. All right, you have 3 more.
Number 2.
Well, that's probably going to be enough to figure it out. Let's see which school it is.
Peter's one.
Alright, because you rolled high, it compensates for the fact that it's not your normal school. You're pretty sure it's a scroll that has the blur spell written on it.
Alright. I'll leave it at that.
Alright. So, it costs you probably somewhere between 30 to 45 minutes to do in grand total.
Okay. After that, I'd start my century rest.
Okay. Tobiashi, you start sleeping, and then every so often when you wake up because you're nervous of something, you feel a bony hand just slowly patting your head. Don't worry.
From where?
I'm watching over you. Go back to sleep.
I'm gonna kill somebody.
You know, Toby, you could go into the inn. Get a room.
I'm too tired.
I'd let Terry up.
Oh, okay.
Probably just open the box and hang on to it while I'm sentry resting. Nothing super.
Well,
involved.
for a little while, you let Terry out, and he crawls around a little bit, looks around, looks at you, of course. You see bunches of stars appearing in his illusory language. Eventually, though...
One day.
Eventually, though, there is this little thing that seems to appear that is both cute, weird, and probably slightly unsettling. After Tobiyashi waking up for the third time and the rogue from the other party stroking his head gently to put him back to sleep, and from your point of view, you can see that this rogue is having a sick pleasure out of doing this whenever Tobiyashi wakes up. But Terry looks at the rogue, and then the rogue looks at Terry, and they just stare at one another for 2 hours straight.
At least he's not fondling me anymore for those 2 hours.
Oh, I just
As
said...
long as he doesn't make a move.
I just said he's staring at Terry. Distractingly, you still feel a hand gently stroking your... when you wake up. You don't know why, but now he seems to have taken an interest in your feet. Just
Whoa, 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 whoa.
stroking your feet when you wake up. But he's not looking at you, he's just staring at Terry while gently stroking your feet.
Alright. Once he starts touching my feet, I wake up. Sir, what were you doing? I'm gonna need an answer.
I'm comforting you. Don't you like being comforted? He says with a
yes,
really
but not-
huge grin on his face.
Yes, but not when it's from like a weirdo from you, you know. You
Then
have like...
shh, don't worry. Be happy.
Alright, I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm gonna walk out of the cart. Check my feet, check my bag. I'm checking everything. I don't know what he touched. I'm
When you look at your stuff, you get the feeling that he got a very sick pleasure. Everything is not where it's supposed to be, but everything is there.
I look over at him, I'm like, if you touch my shit again, I am gonna murder you. You will die. And I will not revive you like the last man.
Promises.
Okay,
See
alright.
you in your dreams.
I look at Fisher, I'm like, keep an eye on this guy. He's a weirdo. I go out and find a tree, and I'm just gonna go sleep under it.
Now that Jorg would accompany you for.
I like roll over. I'm like, this fucking guy. I can't believe it.
As soon as he leaves, Fisher, he turns toward you and says, touchy. Jeez.
Yes, you are touchy. Generally, people don't like that.
And he starts looking at Terry again. But he's not touching Terry.
Alright, well, as long as he continues to not touch Terry, then I think we're good.
The rest of the night goes fairly well. Remy has his rest. Jorg falls asleep, traumatized by being hit by lightning twice. Because everyone, just like everyone, they keep saying lightning doesn't hit twice the same target, but apparently it made an exception for him. So An audience. Well, as always, you blissfully fall asleep. Mostly undisturbed. Although, for some reason, you don't know why, your mind keeps drifting toward the gem Remy tried to tell you what's inside. What does it do? It's odd. It feels like someone keeps pushing your attention toward it during your sleep. You even dream about this. It doesn't feel like something is drawing you to the gem. It really feels like something is pushing your attention toward the gem.
Okay. I'll make a mental note to try and understand the gem more tomorrow. Or like in the dream, it's pushing me to understand the gem?
No, it's sort of a bit weird. You keep dreaming about the gem. You know, it's sort of like you're there and you start dreaming, you're in the tavern. It's a very good night for you. You know, those pleasant nights where there are drinks, someone is paying for you, you can boast about your accomplishment, and there is a pretty bard playing. Everything is so nice. But you keep hearing this person talking about a gem in the background.
Don't want to be up there.
This white, crystal clear gem that he found.
Sam, I guess I'm taking them.
You keep looking around to find where this person is, but you can't find it. It's sort of as if someone was whispering in your ears while you were sleeping, and it was influencing your dream to always add the gem inside of it. You find yourself at a table where, in one of your dreams, you find yourself at a table with people playing a game of chance. You know it well. It's a bit of a dragonborn thing. And someone uses a gem, a crystal clear gem, to make its bid. Something keeps pushing your mind toward the gem.
Okay. Interesting. Alright. Well, audience definitely won't ignore that when he wakes up. But there's not too much I can do in my dream.
With the exception of
That's what
feeling this little obsession toward the gem, your night goes by fairly pleasant.
It's a drug I can't escape.
Well,
They got you on that crystal.
They do. They got me on that crystal, boy.
you know, you even have this dream with one of the barmaid. You know, she's kind of nice, and in your dream, you're kind of doing something you don't get to do in normal life, but there it is around her neck, that crystal clear gem.
Apparently, I'm just addicted to a crystal now.
Well, like I said, this is the element that's odd.
So
You know what a
happens.
craving is, and you know what it is when a magical object pulls your attention toward it. This doesn't feel like this. It literally feels like someone else is pushing your attention toward the gem.
Okay. Well, I will wait till the morning, and then I'll probably go try and figure out more what the gem is. Go find Remy.
All right. Well, the night goes well. The morning goes well, and you all sleep, although not necessarily a very pleasant sleep because you're sleeping in the morning all the way up till noon. When you wake up, you sort of feel that little grogginess of having and grumpiness also of having slept during the day a large portion. But other than that, everything else is fine.
I feel like I
Tobiyashi,
can go back to sleep.
you're reassured to see that the rogue is not in where you are right now.
It's good. So it wasn't a full rest, right? Just still.
No, it's 8 hours. It's a long rest. I'm just saying that it's the limit of what you get to recover from a long rest. You feel a bit grumpy when you wake up, as if you know you were having trouble reaching that level where your body actually recovers from the day.
You've messed with your circadian rhythm.
Exactly.
All
I
right.
get up, dust myself off from sleeping under the tree all night, and then reorganize my bag since I didn't do it last night, and I'll go back. I'll go back to the cart, but I'm not going inside of it this time.
When you arrive at the cart, Fisher, you just looked at everything that happened, and the rogue doesn't seem all that bad to you from your point of view, except looking very creepy and having a creepy voice and openly stalking people in a creepy way. He doesn't feel like he's all that dangerous. Although you didn't try to attack him, so you're not sure. But he doesn't feel like someone who would kill someone just for the fun of it. It's just someone who is, at its core, creepy by nature and also by choice. He enjoys the unsettling feeling it causes in people. And you get this confirmation when you see Tobiyashi arriving, and he just looks at Tobiyashi and says, "Welcome back. I've
Yeah,
been
no, shut
waiting
up,
for
bye.
you."
I'm done with you. I'm gonna go walk outside the car.
He leaves, you hear him. He looks at Terry and even just goes as far as, "I know you understand me. I can see it in your rings."
Yeah, Terry's going back in the box.
Right.
Look, as long as he never pulls out his old giant pair of pants, well, he's probably fine, but, you know.
Focus.
Well, we're about to go on break. Your camera is going to be able to take the time to refocus on you.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So, you all wake up rested enough to have recovered your spell slots and hit points if you spent the necessary hit dice. And Jorg said he didn't want to use spell unless we went to a rest, so you could easily have used a few spells to help you heal. Let's see, what sort of spell slots does he have available, I mean? So...
Fisher's back to full.
Well, no, before you went to sleep, I mean, I think he's got 3 level 1 spells.
Yeah, I used just second wind again and some hit dice during the short rest.
Okay. So,
Same.
who would like to have a healing spell?
I'm at full HP off of the rest of my lay on hands
Okay.
hit dice. So I'm okay.
Tobiyashi, do you have some room to heal a little bit?
No, I healed up all the way.
Okay. Then in that case, he's gonna use this to heal himself.
And the horse.
The horse. Of course, the horse. Never forget about the horse. Okay. That's good enough. I believe that. I keep mixing it up. When. Okay. That settles the question. Never mind. I keep forgetting if they start empty or if they start full. But never mind. I got my answer. Alright. So, one spell to help the horse. Well, the horse only has about 22, I believe, hit points, so it's doesn't need a whole lot of healing. Just so that you know, he lost 17 hit points during that fight. And he's gonna use one on him.
Wait, how many hit points does that horse have?
Normally,
horse.
it's 19, but I went with the maximum amount of hit point a horse can get, so he's a little bit over 20.
Because we keep making him walk back. Working it out.
Yeah,
It's
we
paid
got a
off.
nice horse.
And it just so happens that it gives. All right, he's completely healed, and he takes a long rest, which resets his spell slots. And here we have it. Everything is fully healed for Jorg. Alright, so Jorg is also completely healed up. And like I said, it's an interesting moment to take the break. And as soon as we come back, you're most likely going to have a good discussion with the master of the caravan. So let's
About his creepy friend and how we should get him to change.
We have to kick him on the cart, off the cart when we're leaving.
Why are you so mean to him? He likes you.
I don't like him.
All right, let's go with a little bit of rain for the break. And hopefully it's not going to start raining here because I don't want there to be another power out. Okay. Rain. And we are going to be back in 15 minutes, as I said. So, see you in 15 minutes. Bye.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. Don't worry, audience will be back.
No, we won't.
See?
Never. I killed him. Sorry.
He was
You say his name, he appears.
Imagine what happens if you say it 3 times.
I don't want him in my house.
Say it 3 times and you get a rogue that's stroking your feet while you're sleeping.
Stroking your feet. God damn it.
Toby actually has to make the decision between saying that rogue's name for Bloody Mary.
I'd rather say Bloody Mary. At least I could.
At least you get a good night of sleep.
Yeah.
All right. So you wake up in the morning. Tobiyashi having this odd encounter while arriving at the cart toward noon and decides to go back right inside of the inn. No, I don't want to be in there with that guy. And like I said, you all feel a little bit groggy, a little bit grumpy because, that's not your normal sleeping hours. And that's going to be a bit weird to get back to your normal sleeping schedule. But you're all doing this for audience, who is doing this for the attention of a dragon. So, everything's fine. Alright, as you all wake up and you take a little bit of food from what you ordered and still have the other party is already waiting for you near the inside of the inn. Fisher, from inside of you, for once, Karath'ner is not pointing out how bad you all are with Remy's charades. It's embarrassing from time to time. It's but he knows you all have limited intelligence, so but as you are arriving inside and meeting up with all of your friends, he does say, well, from here on out, I think you should be careful about everything. I mean, you're going to meet, or at least try to meet, a dragon. Fortunately for you, silver dragons are among the nice ones. But they do tend to polymorph themselves and blend in. For all we know, she might be one of them.
It's the guy stroking my feet. I know it. Goddamn dragon.
You know what?
I mean,
I
if
guess
that
technically
helps
she
you
could
deal
decide
with
to
it,
take a man
Toby.
form.
She could. It's true polymorph. She can be anything, and they really don't have that big of a problem polymorphing themselves into other gender, other races. They can do it several times a day, so
God damn.
quite literally. It could be that bird over there, and you hear a bird chirping outside. But it could be one of them.
Thanks for the useful information.
It's actually me. I got changed in my sleep. I got taken.
I kept sending private message to audience, warning him that he has to act in a certain way.
He was getting those Snapchats. Gotta be careful.
And then,
Well, at the very least, if she is amongst the caravan, I think so far we've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, unless she was one of the guards that died, then a less good job. But
so I'm just saying,
think so.
be careful. You never know when you might actually be talking to the dragon. And there are some weird creatures in this world. And these creatures,
Like Remy.
These creatures, they sometimes like cozying up to dragons. Especially the better ones, more accepting.
So you're saying to watch out for the creatures or the dragon? Or both?
Everything. You can't... Don't make assumptions. Not for the next few days.
Got it. High
It'll
alert.
polymorph into a tick. To be honest, right now.
Sucking your blood.
Alright. Whenever audience comes back, or, yeah, back out.
Well, apparently he's
I know.
eating something from a bowl right now.
I walk out. I walk out with I walk out with the breakfast bowl from Dan.
Uh-huh.
You guys ready to head up to the mountain?
He's got the Jimmy Dean's breakfast bowl with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm staying outside of the cart.
Okay.
You hear the rogue go, "That's a good idea. I'll walk with you."
No, no,
My
no. If you get
friend.
5 feet close to me, I will punch you in the face, guy.
Ah, promises.
Stay in the cart. Stay in the cart.
All right. Also, Remy, I dreamed a lot about the gem, so I feel like the something wants me to know about the gem. So I need to work with you more on that.
From inside of you, Fisher, you hear, "Oh, not again."
Also, Terran had said to be, we should be on our guard as dragons can turn into pretty much anything.
That is true. He is correct in that statement. But don't worry, they're usually fairly benevolent. You know, especially if you worship them as I do. Maybe you should all join my religion, and then you will have nothing to fear.
Alright, I think it's audience. No,
Uh-huh.
it could be any one of us, not gonna lie.
It just cuts to Raimi, who is still wearing that glamored studded leather with the
Yeah.
with the symbol of the dragon on it.
Or the dragon.
Terranod also mentioned that they tend to attract other, as he put it, weird creatures. So, just, I guess, be on your toes.
Is that an insult towards me?
Obviously.
No?
Okay.
Oh, because
Just checking.
you're the weird creature. I get that. Yeah, sure, probably. I mean, it's Terranat, so you know. Par for the course. Golf is a thing in this world, right?
Honestly,
Some version of it.
Raimi is already prepared to get racially profiled on site.
You get
Alright.
you get one of the guards of the other party just looking at all of you after this little affirmation. Well, you know, might even be him. He points toward Jorg. He's been unusually quiet.
How do you know he's been unusually quiet?
Yeah, how do you know us? Is it you?
Well, we did travel in front of you for a few hours.
Oh, I thought you got killed. I'm sorry. What's your name again?
You look like everybody else.
So, who's the
No, don't say
nickname? Who's
that.
the next name on the list?
I don't say that. That's too mean. I'm not gonna say that. It's too mean.
You look like you're gonna die. Don't worry. It's fine.
Which cannon fodder are you? 1, 2, or 3? I can't keep track.
Name is Bob, right? Okay, cool.
And his brother is Ross.
Yeah, Bob the second. Okay.
Alright. Let's start heading up.
Alright. You all gather around. Well, mostly. Tobiashi seems to be giving a very wide... Oh, he just is keeping clear of the rogue.
I'm readying an action to sock this guy.
Oh, right. Before I forget,
Yeah.
because it makes sense considering it was either him or one other person. But specifically, once audience has turned his back, Raimi is going to slip a ring onto Fisher's finger.
Fisher.
Why? You don't want audience to get jealous?
I'm flattered, Rami, but I'm just not interested in you like that.
Just like Raimi just looks at you flatly for a moment, then raises one of his taloned hands that has an identical ring on it.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, yeah, I get that was a bad joke, but really, you showing that you also have the same ring wouldn't really help if that was. Never mind, not important.
Aw, you both
Sorry,
have
what is this?
matching golden rings. Well, you put it on and then you lose control of your hand, no?
Just falls off.
No, it's actually a ring of protection.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So now you're going to have a 23 for AC.
Like, audience already got his turn with the ring of protection, so now it's Fisher's turn.
Wait, I don't have a ring of protection anymore?
No, you do have. I was saying that
Oh.
you already had your turn.
Got another one.
Receiving one.
Yeah. I already got one.
And you can't benefit from two ring of protections at the same time. So
No.
We
it's
could get a
basically
cloak of
just-
protection.
Yeah.
You can ask
Thanks.
the gnome to combine 2, so you get a ring of protection plus 2, you know.
Start combining
I
all
figured
those.
out what some of the scrolls did, or at least I think I did. One of them's a bit. I'm not quite sure, but if you want to take a look at them. If not,
and he just opens the. I mean, it's not actually there because he's never seen that sign before. But I just want you to imagine that there's just like a bag with "to be identified" sign on it.
Yeah, that I guess I'll give him the 2 scrolls I have no idea about and the something to do with invisibility scroll.
Okay. So the something to do with invisibility scroll and
Scroll 1 and 3, I think.
all right.
'Cause,
So
yeah.
the one that is blur and the one that has to do with invisibility.
No.
No.
I'm keeping Blur and
Okay.
the most likely magic circle one.
Okay.
I'm giving him something to do with invisibility.
Okay.
And the other.
Okay. Got it.
And I guess also the staff and the robe.
Don't know what the stab.
I don't
does.
know why I grabbed these in the first place, maybe.
Especially since there's a good chance that it's probably going to fit better for Jorg.
Yeah.
All right. So Remy, you have a scroll that has something to do with invisibility. And probably Remy would, I'd say probably Remy would have seen, at least at one point, someone put one paper inside of a huge pile of paper and say, I'll look at it later. Because, you did a lot of poaching, so there probably have been a few times where you were taken inside of a building and were forced to buy a permit, either to have a real one or to have one that you can forge later on. You're sure you saw a bureaucrat at some point just taking a piece of paper, looking at you, and just, oh yeah, I'll take care of it later, and put it on the huge pile. All right, so
If they were particularly testy, they'd put it at the bottom.
yeah. No, they put it on top, they look at you, they take the pile and flip it upside down. Gotta be fair to everyone. And then take the first one on top. Alright, so,
Also,
yeah.
while I do appreciate it, Raimi, I think it might be better suited to Toby or Chorg. I have a feeling they might need it a little more than I do. Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, just like Rami doesn't want to muddy the waters. In fact, maybe that's kind of like the look he gives.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if I have to start making monsters that can hit you, they have to have a plus 13 to have a decent chance of winning. So it's a bit unfair to the
That
others.
may or may not have been a large part of the.
I just made the in-character decision. Don't
That's
think
okay.
I wasn't
Yeah.
considering Jorg or
Oh no, that's
or
it.
Toyoshi.
Don't worry.
I appreciate that I'm your second favorite, Raimi.
I did that date for no reason.
I know what you're talking about. You jumped up in levels technically. Jorg has never apologized.
All right, so
Jorg still doesn't understand why it's rude to call him a bird.
you know, and
True.
he knows he's not supposed to mention flight, but he's not sure why.
Yeah, I don't see color or feathers. fine.
But yeah, I will walk up to Toby. That creepy dude still bothering you?
He is. He is. I'm going to smack him in the face if he comes near me.
Yeah, well, seeing as once you do that, he'll probably murder you right back.
Seems about
This
right.
from Raimi. I'll give you a ring.
Okay. Wait, what is the ring of protection?
Yeah. It
Okay.
makes it harder to hit you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Wait, are we getting married now, or?
Well, you have a matching ring.
I don't
with
know,
Remy.
man. That's between you and Raimi.
I mean, you did go out on a friendly date, but you know, it's evolving in a weird way.
I gotta
But,
attune to it. Oh my god.
I mean, I'm
It's a ring of
I'm
protection.
really not good at reading people, but I think it's safe to say that no offense, but I don't think you're the one he's really looking at.
I could understand that. I've seen the way he looks at audience. I
The
know.
camera just
I know.
pans.
And Remy just looking at audience while they're walking.
Wait. What do you say? Do I have to attune to it, or does it just?
Yeah. Yeah, it requires attunement.
I have so many things I have to. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll
You have
make it.
too many things to attune to.
I
If you
have my
too many things
pendant.
to attune to. I'll give it to somebody else.
I have bracers of defense, the pendant, and then my mask that I have to attune to.
Well, then I guess you don't have room.
But I mean, I could take off the pendant, but it helps sometimes, I guess. I just don't know when I would have to attune to it for it to help. And it takes like 10 minutes to attune to something, right?
Takes
An hour.
an hour.
An hour? I guess I could just swap off every time I take a long rest. It's fine. Just give it to me. I'll be good.
It's
I mean,
you are just above
Like if you're
table.
gonna
You are-
only use it some of the time, I'm gonna give it to somebody who uses it all of the time.
All right, then give it to Jorg. Give it to Jorg.
Okay.
Because he's feeling
pretty
left
sure- I'm
out.
not sure.
He has nothing attuned.
Yeah, no, yeah, give it to Jorg. Give it to Jorg. I think he deserves it. He's the
All
one
right.
healing us all the time, anyways.
And
Yeah.
Amy's been regifted twice.
Yeah.
I already have these bracers, so it's fine.
Oh, it's from Raimi. Yeah.
You know, I really
I think
appreciate
someone
it,
else
but
might-
He's a bird, so it doesn't.
Did he say that out loud?
No, that's what I'm saying. Jorg said. That's what I'm saying. Jorg said, not me.
I'm just saying, just remember who has the highest passive perception in the party. Just keep
Yes,
that
I know.
in
I know.
mind.
That's why I didn't say it out loud. No,
And then I will bring the ring over to Jorg.
Who in his traumatized
here.
haze,
Think
distractingly
you
take
could use
the ring,
this.
tanks you, and put it on. He's not that big of a fan of jewelry, but he assumes that you know that, so it's probably a ring that does something.
It'll protect you more from getting hit by lightning twice.
Okay. Well, that's always interesting. Not accurate,
His
but
neurons will make stuff
understood.
I mean, it's
Well, no,
kind of
it's
accurate.
It
ups the
boosts your
save.
saving throws.
Yeah, no, that's true, that's true. Alright. Alright. Well, then he gladly accepts it. Looks up. Pretty clear day. Pretty clear and windy day.
Well, that's nothing abnormal.
Alright, so. The master of the caravan asks if everyone has everything they need, because the next stop is going to be a very small village at the base of the mountain, and then a long climb that's going to get colder and colder and colder as you get up.
We could skip. Well, I mean, everybody. Do we just want to get straight to the mountain, or what?
Yeah, we can go to the mountain. I'm good.
I don't want to stop at that village.
We do not need to stop.
Well, the village is at the base of the mountain. The road literally goes through this small village to go at the top of the mountain.
I have no need to stop in another village.
All right.
Let's just keep going.
Then,
Good to go. I
yes,
still got my cloak in here somewhere. Yep.
he asked one last time if everyone has everything they need.
Oh, I'm gonna
Guys,
switch into
guys
my.
got your jackets.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch into my snow gear, which I had from last time.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
the stuff that I made and
Actually,
everything.
is there? I mean, like, how mountainy are we talking?
There is a road that leads all the way up. It's steep, but it's not difficult.
So, if you
Alright.
guys remember, I've been in my suit until now. Since we left the place we left, I did not change out of my suit until we got here. Now I'm changing.
Is there anything left of your suit?
I mean, I was blown up a couple times, so there is like you just see like the bow tie and like the jacket on me. There's like a couple of holes in the pants and shit. I'm just like, well, I think I should change to stay warm.
pre-torn suit.
I would have
Yeah,
saved the
pre-torn
suit
suit.
for meeting the dragon, but I guess you've used it up.
I couldn't change. I didn't change.
You just changed, man.
I mean, it's been
Take a sec.
It's been 2 days since the date. You've been in a cart for a bit of that time. You had
All right,
enough
okay.
time.
We'll say I changed. Okay, I'll wear my suit when we get up there.
Although Toby, I actually you're the type of person I could see not having changed.
Exactly. But I'll say
see.
I changed. I'll say I changed before we fought, and then yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Just
I
to
mean,
be
as somebody who has
safe.
been in a number of suits at this point, just like I would have argued that you would have had disadvantage on like all your attack rolls trying to fight in that suit.
In a suit, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'll change.
He had one of those Hollywood suits that's specially made to not rip.
Yeah,
when
like
you-
they rip off, so like I could just be like, and then-
Because it's probably
It
going to
goes
be
underneath.
cold, audience will actually put on both his outfits that he has. He will put on his long white priestly robe, and then over that, he will put on the jeweled robe that he got back in time.
Okay.
Audience
Yeah, I
is looking good.
All
And
right. so-
if there is a general store, I will quickly pop in and get a climber's kit, just to be safe.
in case you fall.
I have some rope.
I also have some rope and some pittons, but
Oh,
I mean, a
it's-
full climber's kit is a full climber's kit. And
And as a reminder, the climber's kit, its specific function is allowing you to stay in one location while climbing in the event that you remove your limbs from your climbing surface.
Remy has daggers. We'll be fine. You can climb still. Nah.
I mean, yeah,
I'm just saying that's the reason why you get it. It's like, because, like, for example, you can fight on a wall because of a climber's kit, for example.
mhm.
If you
I mean-
are so unfortunate as to fight while scaling a wall.
What's the
Yeah.
most priestly...
You can also- I mean, it's that's how a real climber's kit works. You anchor and you have length of rope. So,
Let's see. I think...
I mean, the point is you have two people, and you trade off who's climbing. But-
Yeah. Audience, just to make the best impression also, is going to actually... he's going to put his greatsword, for now, in the... in his storage, so it's not on his back, and he's going to equip his longsword with the dragon on the hilt on one side and his mace on the other, while slinging his new shield across his back. So
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess because this is your thing. Do you want that one or do you want this one?
which one?
The
Oh,
steel glass.
No, I actually want the longsword I have,
Okay.
because it has the cool dragon on the hilt.
Because
That
the
makes me look...
steel glass blade is like the hilt is a dragon with its
Oh,
wings
is it?
spread, and the blade comes out of its mouth. That's why I felt kind of bad after I called dibs, but it was explained to me.
No, it's good because it makes you look more like a follower. You don't have a pendant.
I see. Fair enough.
He's gonna arrive and say, Exania, look, my followers have come with me.
The only one who doesn't really look it is Jorg and Toby, and that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
stand to
I've
the side.
heard lying to gods is generally frowned upon, so
Just make sure.
maybe be careful about that. But
Oh, I will. I say as I put away the one weapon that I always use and equip my two more cool, better looking weapons to my sides. Put on clothes when I never wear clothes. Not giving a false impression at all.
All right. So, equipped with your best giving the best and brightest show, just in case the dragon is already looking at you from a mountain. You know, you are half a day away. There's a good chance that she can't see you from where she is. You start traveling, and with this large of a party, and equipped in their best way, well, if you attract attention, there's a good chance they won't want to attack. But you never know. I might roll a natural 1 on the D100.
And that's when the red dragon appears.
True. It does live in the mountain. Just the other dragon.
Yeah. You're
It's
lucky.
okay. I can give my offer to him too. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh, well, that would be interesting. Unexpected and interesting.
Top 5 anime betrayals.
All right.
That wouldn't even be a betrayal. That'd be par for the course for audience. You wouldn't
Yeah, I
think
mean, dragons, God's a god. It's just a more grumpy god.
So, you all start traveling on display, drawing a little bit of attention. And just like the role states, you push people away looking like this. It's a very dull, windy travel to the base of the mountain.
Alright.
You travel for a few hours, then you get to an intersection, a crossroad.
By the way, during those 2 hours, I'm gonna make 2 intelligence rolls because I'll be talking to Remy about the gem to see how I do. I'm not actually gonna go through it, but I'm gonna roll 2 intelligence rolls to see how much
Okay.
more I can learn about it. We got
Actually,
terrible.
I think what Raimi would actually do, if you'll permit me,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
is during that first hour, before like audience just like is about to say anything, Raimi's just gonna pull out the gem, put it in audience's hand, gonna like close it around, and he's going to minor illusion Tobiyashi meditating.
Alright, audience will go meditate on it, the gem, I guess. That's what audience will be doing.
All right.
Just like let's just save him the int checks.
Well, you didn't
He'll-
say that.
he'll
I already,
learn-
I
he'll
already
learn
rolled,
more by
I already
doing.
rolled one. Do more by doing.
So, because he saw that you didn't understand a single thing, he eventually just does that.
Alright, audience goes and meditates with the gem.
All right. You meditate while you let the soothing rocking of the cart, as if you were back on the sea. It only takes a minute before you can start feeling power coming from this. But it's not actually enough to make you understand more, but there is a pull to it. And you do fall into a bit of a meditative state. Roll wisdom. What did I write? I believe it's just wisdom. Yeah, wisdom.
Hey, well that's a +0 instead of a -1, so it's a little better.
Yeah.
No, I still haven't rolled above 10 today. That's an 8.
You're saving them.
I am saving him. I'm saving him for the conversation.
Could I assist him in meditating?
Guided meditation.
Toby
Sure.
doesn't know how to meditate.
Yeah, I'll assist him, so I'll give him advantage on meditation.
Alright, I'll roll again then.
I want to know how
was-
you guide.
I don't know, but I got an 18 instead
So
of an
it works
8.
really
so
well.
it was-
So tell us,
you did a good job.
tell us, Tobiyashi, how did you guide the audience's meditation?
Well, so I would be walking behind the cart, and I could kind of like see inside. I could see audience meditating for some reason.
And you notice
And
that
I guess
he's
I
a bit
would-
nervous. He keeps opening his eyes, looking around, looking at the mountain, closing his eyes
Yeah,
again.
I will go into the cart, ignoring the rogue at my fullest possibility, since I can do that really well. And I will grab audience by the hands and sit crisscross applesauce from inside of him, from like across from him, and tell him to sit crisscross too, and just hold his hands while we meditate on the rock or whatever he's meditating on.
He's meditating on a small, clear gem. Looks like
Yeah, I will.
crystal.
I'll hold his hands while we do it.
Right. So, while a lot of people find guided meditation annoying, apparently you find it soothing. It helps you concentrate more.
I mean, I am a paladin. I'm someone who follows something. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so you let Tobiyashi's voice guide you with imagine the air in your lungs is made of light. When you breathe in, it fuels the light inside of you, and when you breathe out, the light dims again. And
Don't focus on anything other than what you're meditating about. Don't listen to the sound, any of the bumps. You got this. I believe in you.
So, with a mix of guidance and encouragement, because apparently audiences need encouragement in life. He rolls better when everyone tells him how good he's doing.
This needs attention.
Yeah, it's probably because he didn't have a lot from his father. Spent too much time with the dragon and not enough with the father. After an hour, you manage to fall into this second state and let yourself drift. And it's odd. To start with, you don't see anything. It feels just like that your eyes are closed. And then eventually, just out of curiosity, you open one eye. And you notice it's not that your eyes are closed, it's there's nothing. But it's not a nothing. There's supposed to be nothing. It's a nothing yet feeling. You can't help your mind wandering, going to some scriptures when they say that gods created the first rays of light. Feels like you're at that moment. Just before this happens. But something's missing. And you'll float in that state until you've had enough and come back out.
Audience would come back out fairly quickly. I think once he figured out he couldn't do anything.
Your consciousness slowly drifts back inside of you. It feels like you're leaving a place. In some ways, you sort of feel like, oh, it's like a dream. It's like, you know, maybe it's how gods feel when they leave an avatar of themselves. It's sort of weird. Then you start hearing Tobiyashi's voice again, but he's no longer guiding you. He's just looking at the rogue saying, "Get away from me!"
Do you just
Every
hear the
time-
audience open his eyes and just look at you and the rogue as you're both kind of like fighting with each other? Just be like, I have taken the first steps towards godhood. I understand. And then just walk away.
I was gonna say every time he tries to concentrate, I would just you would just hear a loud humming noise, just hum.
Alright, well, I think I somewhat understand what the gem does now, but I also know it's missing something.
Right.
All right, then I'll leave the cart because I don't want to be by the road. And
I know that I have to enter a meditative state, and I can probably create something if it had something else in it. Although I don't know.
It felt as large as you need it to be inside of there.
Do you say that to me?
It depends. This audience wants to say anything to Tobiyashi other than what he said, because otherwise all he's hearing is, I know you couldn't keep away from me. You just keep coming back and back and back. And you wait for this other back moment and turn around and, God damn it, you don't see him. Remy, you see him. You saw him just duck down and take this moment of inattention from Tobiyashi. But you even see the rogue turn around you for a moment, turn around and look at you, Remy, for a moment. He just goes.
Audience would thank Tobiyashi. He would also open his eyes and be like, thank you for the help with finding peace of mind. It seems that you cannot enter this state without it.
Yes. I'll just say, meditating is like a blank slate. Say like an empty canvas for you to do what you please.
I mean, actually, that's kind of what it felt like with the gem. So honestly, that was a good metaphor. Audience will understand that.
And I will. All right, audience. I gotta leave this guy before I kill him. So I'm gonna go back outside.
Okay.
All
you
right.
know, because Toby helped me, I'll look at the rogue and I'll be like, you should leave Toby alone. He likes his personal space.
Boundaries, please. And I'll just leave.
I don't know. I guess. If you want to take his place. He gives you a big smile.
I just like, I don't care. I'm done with soldiers. You're just as weird as half of them, so.
He looks at you. Oh, I have a feeling you're not going to be any fun. Maybe the nature lover. And he starts walking toward Georg.
Eyes will just shrug and just be like, okay, at least I got him off Toby.
Oh,
Yes?
I guess before things get too far ahead, especially if it looks like we're about to be heading into less than adequate ground, Remy might, just in case, replant Ornak. Since they are getting close to a mountain, so,
When you start
less opportunities.
When you start seeing the first sign of the settlement at the base of the mountain, you ask for a moment, and they let you summon Ornak back. You see him take shape, and... Ah! Oh, it's finished.
Yes, Elglanak, you are no longer on fire.
Well, I never know what's gonna happen when you summon me back. I mean, you have in the past tried to summon me at the beginning of a fight. And then were mad at me for not materializing in time.
I remember that.
Even though you've been told that it wasn't instantaneous.
It's okay. We dealt with the fight. I
Amy
can't.
hands him his handkerchief.
Ah, thanks. And he ties it back inside of his branch.
I was about to say something mean, but then he remembers that Okonak reports to the big tree dude, and he kind of likes the big tree dude, so he won't say anything.
All right.
It's good to have you back, Okonak, you know.
I mean, you know, it's enough with you just constantly saying his name wrong.
Oh, I know you don't mean it, but thanks anyway.
Wait, is it Ornak?
Ohunak.
Oh, Winak. Okay.
I said it right.
There's not a G.
Yeah, it
Is
ends
there
with a
not
K.
G?
Ohunak.
Audience has his own way of pronouncing it.
Yeah, you know, it's a bit of a weird pronunciation. Probably the elemental thing. It feels a bit foreign. The R's are so weird when he talks. Alright, so you summon him back up and you start entering this little settlement. Everyone looks pleasant. They look at you and they recognize the party with you, not the cart. And immediately they greet them. Oh, yeah, it's been a while since we saw you arriving here. I'm sure she'll be very pleased. The last few caravan never arrived. What happened? And they start talking a little bit about this and get the impression that why can't I say his name? Berth is probably the kind of person that the other dragon calls on when he's starting to get annoyed.
Let's see.
And he starts explaining that there has been a little bit of problem, but thanks to all of you, this shipment is probably going to be able to arrive at the top of the mountain, and everyone seems ecstatic about this. For some,
Time Knights to the rescue again.
for some reason, they're all very happy that the dragon on top of the mountain might actually be happy. Even
Happiness of a god brings happiness to their followers.
yeah. I mean, they're literally those living under him.
It's her, right? Him?
Yes,
I
her.
don't know. It's a her. Yeah.
Exaniad.
I roll my eyes when I hear this.
I mean, I'm just saying, audience, if they aren't already worshippers, like this feels like just like the perfect village.
Audience starts breaking out his stand. Hear ye not. Hear ye not.
Well, they might have a better understanding of dragons than you. Well, some of them anyway.
Also, it's rude to not introduce yourself to a god before you start preaching to their followers. Audience knows this. Audience knows this.
Yeah.
He would not start preaching.
No, you don't know. They could be rival gods.
No.
You don't know yet. I mean, your god did warn you. They're sometimes a bit duplicitous. The silver dragon, always pretending to be someone else. And then that hits you. Oh, pretending to be someone else. She actually might be one of them.
Audience will be like, yes, the Time Knights, we were there to save everything. Rescue, yes. Hem. If you're listening, we are the heroes. Alright, let's go.
Suddenly. Wow, okay. Suddenly you hear nothing from the crowd. They just look at you, slightly uncomfortable. Good luck climbing the mountain. I'm sure she'll be watching over you, and you'll have a pleasant walk. If you're tired, there's a monastery about 2/3 of the way. They're very kind. Actually, one of their greatest monk went up the mountain less than a day ago.
Yes, we're good friends with her.
Right. Well, good luck going up the mountain.
All right, thank you.
And so, the climb of the mountain starts. It's a winding road. It takes a while, and you slowly start seeing the night arriving. You're literally in the backyard of the dragon. So, when the night arrives, Barrett does offer all of you to make a little camp. There's a place nearby that's going to be ideal. You'd be able to sleep. You're probably not that tired, but if you want to go back to a regular sleeping schedule, could be this. Or, you know,
How far are we from the monastery?
um,
How many hours?
it'd be a long walk. It'd be a long trek. You'd probably start feeling the fatigue by the time you arrive. It's usually a full day from the village to the monastery, and you've already been going on for 4 hours. So
It's okay.
you'd be exhausted.
We can camp then.
Okay.
I'll make a hammock from one tree to another and go to sleep in it.
You're in a mountain.
Yeah, I was about to say, what trees?
There's no trees in a mountain? I swear there's trees on top of mountains.
Depends what mountain, I guess.
You
That's all I
arrive
have,
in
yeah.
this place. They just talked about it. I'm gonna put a hammock between 2 trees. You look around, and you look at Orunak. You see him there. Don't think about it.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to be comfortable. I mean, you're a pretty big tree.
Mr. Rogue, Mr. Rogue.
Oh, no. Alright, I'll go find a
Maybe-
place to sleep.
Maybe we'll spend 11 minutes making the most comfortable place to sleep.
Just like a dog, tapping the ground, going in circles.
Well, no, I mean more specifically finding a nice solid base and then ritual casting Lehman's tiny hut.
All right.
Is that not how you ritually cast Lehman's tiny hut? You just walk around in a circle for 10 minutes.
It's just a bigger circle. That's all.
I'll
Audience
just
will
make a
actually...
pillow and stuff out of my silk. Go to sleep.
Okay.
Audience will sit in prayer, facing the mountain, out a little bit away from the camp. He'll like pull his pendant off and set it down and start praying over it.
You gonna meditate again, or you just
No,
praying?
I'm not. I'm praying because we're in a holy. We're in what audience would be audience's temple.
It's
Basically.
holy ground.
It's holy ground.
All right, I'll meditate and then go to sleep.
All right. And for some reason, audience, you don't know why, you feel like there's a presence watching over you as you're praying to the Lord of the mountain. Feel a sense of calm. It's reassuring. A sense of reassuring that you've felt all of your life as you're growing up. As you were growing up. Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
No, it's good. That's
Okay.
good. I was just gonna.
Fisher. You don't know what to expect from this. Darrenad just keeps talking to you about dragons and how they can polymorph themselves. And, you know, the closer we get to the mountain, the closer we get to their lair. And dragons are pretty attuned to their lair. As a matter of fact, you might want to make sure that Remy doesn't try to steal anything. Dragons can have very adverse reaction to this.
I don't think Remy.
I don't think Randy's gonna try anything. I mean,
You never know. He might think that she won't miss a few coins, especially when they have so much.
I guess it depends on if his faith is based in faith or just in audience.
You hear Terranad, and I think you have your answer.
What is it with you and dragons?
What do you mean, me and Dragon?
Make one angry at some point? Like, you will not stop going on about how, like, to watch out, be careful. And isn't this supposed to be one of the good ones?
You do know that dragons collect magical objects and things of values, like pieces of art. Out of the entire group, you look like a piece of art. You look like a living statue with armor.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that. I thought you were worried I would give you up.
You look like a living statue.
Don't change the
I mean-
subject.
At least hope dragons are smart enough to understand sentience. Or at least respect sentience.
They're dragons. You never know what they think.
Did a dragon collect you at some point? Is that why you're so?
You never know what they think.
Yeah.
Never.
Sometimes I wish I didn't know what you thought.
For some, it's a curse. For some, it's a curse. But for those who know, it's a blessing. Believe me.
Yeah, I get it. Watch out for the scary dragon lady.
Lady?
Well, he's the lady dragon.
Okay.
It's a female dragon.
I guess what I would really do is sit next to audience while he's praying and ask him if I could meditate over what he was meditating over the other day to see if I could find anything else out before I sleep. So yeah, audience, would you allow me to meditate over what you were meditating the other day?
You mean the gem?
Yes. If that's what it was.
Yeah, sure. I'm just over here praying. You can look at the gem if you want. It's incomplete. You're not gonna be able to do anything with it. But if you want to see what it is, go ahead, and I'll hand him the gem.
I'll give it right back once I'm done meditating. What do I have to roll for meditation?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Saving throw or just wisdom?
Wisdom.
I rolled a natural one, so I just hand it right back. I feel nothing from this thing. Have fun.
You think
Alright.
about it for a moment, and then you open one eye, and you see 15 feet away from you, the rogue looking at you.
Just waiting for an
Smiling.
opportunity.
Just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna go way over there. I'll see you later, audience. Thank you for letting me try at least.
All right.
Toby's never gonna sleep ever again.
As Tobiyashi walks away and go inside of Liamon's tiny hut that Remy casted before the rogue tried to get in.
Like, Remy, I need your help. Can you help me in here? This guy keeps trying to touch my feet. Please, Remy.
Remy has learned a new phrase. Staring up at you.
It's important for a Kenku. It's just like learning a new spell for a wizard.
I just imagine just like caught him just like mid holding a pearl over a potion, just like, and you just hear in a gruff voice, "Okay, Remy."
Thank you. I appreciate it, Remy. And then I'll make my bed and go to sleep on the ground.
All right. So, what is Remy trying to identify?
I figured he would at least try to get through the potions and scrolls, since that's like the most
Okay.
itemizey things that are on the backlog.
All right. So, I imagine it's your potions. Oh, the potions that aren't healing. All right. Okay. Good.
Yeah, so I've got 6 potions. We'll just do it in order.
Got
Bubbly
the
blue.
Baja Blast, the eyeball one, the normal Mountain Dew.
Yeah, no. The spicy Mountain Dew, which is yeah.
All right. So, which one do you do?
Like, we'll start with the bubbly blue.
The bubbly blue.
Baja Blast.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Add sponsor here.
If I remember correctly, it is the potion, bubbles, and steam. The blue potion, bubbles, and steam. All right, so you take a moment, you concentrate. You look at Tobiyashi trying to concentrate. You have a moment of... And you keep on concentrating, and the answer comes into your mind. This blue bubbly potion is a potion of heroism.
Ah.
That's the one that's way better than the spell that it's named after, right?
Yeah,
yes.
it's a weird situation.
I think so.
Lasts an hour, give 10 temporary hit points, and during that hour, you are under the effect of a bless spell.
Damn.
Much better than the spell.
Yeah, you pop it before a fight, and it's good.
I mean, to be fair,
It's heroin.
the heroism spell isn't a bad spell. It's just situational.
Yeah.
But this one, because it lasts an hour, you drink it before entering a dungeon, and it ends right before you reach the boss.
Unless you rest, in which case,
Or
it's up to you.
or you take it before a certain combat that's coming up in like 15 days.
Also true.
Yeah.
All right. Next one?
The potion with the yellow potion with the eyeball in it.
Yellow potion with the eyeball in it. All right. It is... here you go. Eyeball bobbing in the yellowish liquid. After a little concentration, the answer comes into your mind. It is a potion of clairvoyance. And the eye disappears when you start drinking it. It's like these...
Gotta eat the eyeball.
It's like the water bottles that have these little colored beads inside. When you open it, they all disappear. I don't know if you have that in the United States. I never actually drank one, but I saw them so many times when I was doing food sampling. All right.
Yeah. And there's the faint green, the one that you were kind of like struggling to give a description for because
Yeah.
it didn't have one.
It's a potion of resistance, but they don't give a. So the green color gives it away. It's a potion of poison resistance. Right. So how long does it take for each of those identification? 10 minutes.
Technically 11.
11
'Cause,
minutes.
identify is 1 minute, and then it's 10 minute for ritual cast.
All right. All right. All right.
Then I have a flickering smoky orange.
The this one, when the answer comes into your mind, you sort of have a moment of, do I want it? Do I want to give it to audience? The orange flickering liquid is a potion of fire breath. You know, you'd have the opportunity to feel like a dragon once, but also audience would probably get a very strong kick out of such a strong elemental breath, you know, because that thing hits much harder than what he does, actually.
I shoot sparks. That takes my whole action.
He makes like that muffler noise that race cars do.
And, then there's the faint red-orange potion.
Well, it's becoming easier and easier because you're going in the same order that
Well,
I gave them.
I listed them in the order precisely for that reason.
Okay.
Make it easier for both of us.
It's a potion of fire resistance. It goes with the theme of fire.
It just makes me wonder now what these guys were preparing for with these potions on them.
You're looking at Mage Potion right now. Mage didn't get to use more than one spell. Could have been one heck of a fight.
And then for last, the potion that's thick like liquid iron.
You concentrate, and that one, everyone would want to have it. It's a potion of invulnerability.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
For 1 minute, it gives resistance to all types of damage.
Oh.
That's why it took forever to kill that
So
one.
wait, like, so a potion of rage?
No, better.
all
It's
damage.
better. All damage.
All damage. Okay, okay.
You basically get any damage done to you halved. It's one of the best potions you could have.
And it's just a rare potion, so it's within your level bracket.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it's not one of the best potions you get, but it's. I think it's one of the.
It's a pretty good one. You're scared with a fight.
Pretty solid potion.
Then, as I said, just gonna figure out the consumables. So like he was just handed 3 scrolls.
So you've been at this for nearly an hour and a quarter. Everyone is starting to settle down, getting ready to sleep.
No, 55 minutes.
Well, you did 1, 2, 3.
Oh no! Oh right, 6. Right. For some reason I miscounted. But,
And it's 11 minutes.
okay. So an hour and 6 minutes.
Yep.
All right.
The Although I guess like uh I don't know, I mean it could wind up being faster. Do any of these scrolls look familiar to Raimi?
Uh,
At the very least, considering the kinds of scrolls that
where is my spell list? There it is. So what are the schools that you are able to use?
the illusion and enchantment.
And you got the invisibility something and the other scrolls, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that one you might. Illusion, that one you might. The invisibility something is a bit out of your schools. You don't recognize the style of writing and the color of it. But two of them you do recognize as being part of what you would normally use.
In which case, if he's especially starting to run out of time
Well,
before he needs to
I'm-
bed.
I'm not saying that you are running out of time. I'm just saying the more you do this, the more your sleeping cycle is going to be out of phase with everyone else. Meaning that everyone's going to get up and you're still going to be sleeping.
Yeah, I guess out of yeah, I think it'll probably be best to confirm the one that he doesn't recognize. So
Okay.
the air quote invisibility one.
It is a divination magic, and it is a scroll of sea invisibility.
Yeah.
The other two, I believe, is one you believe is enchantment, and the other one is illusion. For the two others.
He'll stare at the illusion one.
Okay. You want to try to identify it, pen and paper?
I mean, I guess that kind of depends. Would it actually be faster than identifying?
No.
It's
not
then I
any
think
faster.
we know the answer is with identify. 'Cause
Okay.
Speed is the name of the game.
The illusion one is Nistil's magic aura.
Ah. Wait, I know how to spell Nistil.
Nystul. Nistul. Sorry.
Oh no, like I said, I did know how. It's just like I typed it wrong on my phone.
Okay.
And then because it's the last one, the enchantment one.
So, an hour and a half after everyone is prepared, and half an hour after everyone has fallen asleep, you still see Remy peering through his pearl, identifying scrolls. And the last one is Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay. After that, Raimi will figure out how to dole those out in the morning and just falls asleep.
All right. You fall.
As he's finishing up,
Yeah.
Fisher will leave his sentry rest for a second. Just go like, at some point, I'll be able to help you out with that. So take some of the load off.
Face first on the ground, but like one arm like goes up and like a thumbs up.
And
Audience, by the way, is also going to summon Magma before he falls asleep.
okay, yeah. Why not make you as majestic as you can be? Weapons, robes, mount. Alright, so you all fall asleep to the cool mountain air. Something that you, Tobiyashi, is very used to feeling. You've always lived with that smell in the air, that smell of mountain, of not a lot of people being there, that smell of altitude, which you know.
The smell of non-smog from everything else.
But there's also a slight difference. Even when you're walking in the forest, you have all of those smells of flowers, of other things. But in the mountain, it's cooler, it's crisper. You almost feel at home. So does audience, because of the cat telepathic link to audience. But for you, it's actually really is sort of your home. You look outside, you see your friend stroking a rock, looking at you outside of the protective bubble.
I'm gonna push him down the hill. I don't think any of us are gonna miss him.
We don't know that. He might be the dragon.
He's the dragon.
Yeah, he might be the dragon's favorite person.
The night goes actually very well. There is something about this mountainous air. Also, this feeling of being watched over. Of something knowing that you're there. Not having ill intentions toward you. Which is a bit different because usually people want to kill you. Except for Tobiyashi. Someone wants to molest him. That's different.
That word has multiple meanings.
Even you, audience, have quite a pleasant dream. Something about clouds. You still feel something pushing your mind toward that gem. But there's something about climbing a mountain that you know has a dragon on top of it. It feels like you're trying to reach a god. Literally climbing a mountain to touch the heavens. Because that's where God lived, you know. So when you wake up, you have this feeling that it's gonna be a great day. And you'll get to see Yami Ali, She's probably in the monastery right now. The caravan master helps everyone up. Lets Remy sleep a little bit, but meanwhile, food is served. Tells you that it's only about half a day to get to the monastery. And then after that, proper preparation. And when he says this, he looks at all of you, and when he insists on proper preparation, I feel like he just went proper preparation.
Alright, Remy, time to pull out your soaps.
We can go. I'm sure the monastery has an area where we can bathe, and then we can use Remy's soaps if Remy's willing to share.
Well, he's willing to share with you, and I don't know about the rest.
The important members of the party.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Joe has some sort soap plans. I don't think he wouldn't. We gotta have some.
All right. So,
I'll just pull out my rag of cleaning and just do a quick once over.
as you're walking,
Does that
just
remove-
going.
Does that remove scent, or does it just remove?
It's,
I mean,
it's the same thing
I don't-
as the cantrip. So it cleans you up. It removes dirt. Since Fisher does not sweat,
Yeah. you
it
would
should
have
be
it.
all right. So,
Unless he's just been hit with enough necrotic damage that he starts to smell like rot.
Yeah.
so you start making your way again, and there's this anticipation that's arriving. Slowly, you see the sunrise from the mountain perspective. You can see it from very far away, and just fills the horizon with yellow and red. It's like watching a painting of those people that keeps doing these exaggerated skies where it just feels like someone just threw paint at it. Oh, you get it. It's actually accurate when there's no cloud. Didn't expect that. And tonight's episode is going to end with the camera focusing on the monastery coming into view. You've been walking for a few hours. You know the monastery is going to be the last place where you can have a little moment to freshen up. You'll have a chance to meet Amiali, who apparently knew a little bit about the dragon also. Maybe she's met her. And you're being greeted with open arms in the monastery. Tobiyashi, you're sort of used to this. Monastery are either very I don't know why the word doesn't want to come out. They're either very secluded and not welcoming, or friendly and welcoming. This one appears to be very friendly and very welcoming. So you arrive with people just waving at you. You hear a bell ringing in the distance. Dong, dong, dong. It resonates pretty hard. And for you audience, you can't help but to think, well, if she didn't know we're here, now she does. It's hard not to hear this for miles around, since there's nothing else but mountain and skies.
Is there
I
an
wanna-
echo?
Yes, but it's not as hard as one would think, because there's only one wall on which to bounce off. But yes, there is one.
audience was gonna shout for the dragon loudly to see if he could get it to echo across the mountains, but I guess he won't do that.
Well, it's just being like completely drowned out by the jester slash clown named Chopin, just like dancing along the streets. The bells, 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 bells.
I want to see who the best monk is here, other than Amiali, obviously.
I was gonna say. You going for
I mean,
the 1v1?
I mean the one from this monastery, not someone who's came, like we have.
All right.
Amiali is from this monastery.
Yeah, Aviala is from this one.
Is she? Oh
Yes.
shit! I redact that statement.
I read that.
It's like who's the strongest monk here, so I can establish my
I
of
wanna
my level though,
challenge
so
them.
that I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
win.
Yeah,
of
it's
my
like-
level.
No, this is the exact scene. It's like, who's the toughest monk here? Amiali raises her hand.
Not
Okay,
you.
but who's the toughest monk that's from here? Again, raises her hand. It's like, okay, who's the
Toughest monk I haven't
Second
met
best.
before.
Well, who knows? Maybe as a monk, you might enjoy this little challenge against Amiali.
Maybe. I'm gonna get my ass whooped though. I mean, fuck. I mean, I did help her once. So I mean,
Hey, your friend
Turn
fought
into
her.
just a big ball of silk, right? That's like flying in the air. All wavy like.
Wait, what?
Oh, you
Big
haven't
ball
learned that
of
one yet?
silk? No, I haven't. I haven't yet.
Your friend did
I
fight
remember
her.
seeing.
Your friend
seeing her
fought
do
her,
that once.
Toby. That was one of the first fights we witnessed. Was your friend, Sling? What's his name? The other guy from your temple fought on me.
Long shot.
Long shot,
shot.
yeah.
Long shot fought on me.
I could probably do it. We'll try it. We'll see who the best monk is when I ask.
He
We don't know
lost,
yet.
But,
Hey,
he
that-
lost.
So, apparently we'll have an interesting beginning of episode for the next one. Audience is gonna meet his main crush. Tobiyashi is gonna want to try and fight Audience's main crush. And then everyone's gonna take a big bath. Interesting.
some members are more excited than others.
By the way, Toby, just so you know, we are trying to impress the people here, and I'm not sure you watching you get your ass whooped in 5 seconds is going to necessarily be impressive.
Who knows?
No, I think it'd be very impressive. He made it all the way to 5 seconds.
True. That is a.
One more second and it would have been a full turn. Oh, sorry, that was a little bit mean.
No, you
It's
got this,
accurate.
Toby. I believe.
All right, so as always, I hope you had a pleasant evening. I hope you enjoyed the show. It was a bit more calm. Usually like this after a fight. There's either a bigger one right after that one, or there's an episode of calm at least. But next episode is going to be either weird or interesting. So,
Probably both.
¿Por qué no los dos?
there's a chance. Yeah, exactly. Both. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the episode. Thank you for saying something in chat. The confliction. He's one of the 2 person who said something in chat that's part of the group. And with my friend, friend. It's been a while since I saw him. But friend from real life, so from normal life, I should say. Thank you for having been here. I hope you had a pleasant evening, and as always, if you enjoyed the show, You can support the stream by following us on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also support the stream by making a donation, becoming a Patreon, subscribing on Twitch. Those are always very appreciated. They show us that you actually want us to keep going. And one also helps me not having to do a job that's not always fun. But if you can't do any of those things, well, you can help us simply by spreading the word about this channel, because the more of you there will be, the more fun it'll be to do this. And the more fun you'll have in chat, because right now, poor guy, he said something and there is only one answer. So, and I'm not even sure it was an answer. No, it's not. It's not actually chat that answers it. It's one of us. So for him, please spread the word of the channel. Alright, and we are going to end this one with Thunderstorm. Alright, so see you next Wednesday or Friday if you're watching the rebroadcast. And as always, stay safe and healthy. Good night.
Good night.